everybody? It's Uncle Scott. Welcome back to the QwerkyReax channel. It's Ren Day. You know how I feel about that. New music Ren Day is always a great day. He put on Instagram today, good morning, everybody. Happy Christmas. And he was just saying, like, you know, he's like, oh, I mean, music release day. Yes, man, we all feel the same. I'm super excited to see this one. The live thing is up right now. Here, I'll put it on there for you. They're probably about to do the countdown. It usually starts in about a minute. I did want to say too, I saw this morning on Chinchilla's Instagram that she's dropping a song later tonight. I will do that one during the premiere as well and try to drop it tomorrow for you to end your week on a high note. So this one I'm going to try to turn right away and get it out to you guys same day. But we'll do what we normally do with these, which is I try to watch the whole thing in full. And then if we want to go back and listen to more again, we will. But I don't stop it for the first time. So we can all just enjoy it together. And you get to see how I kind of react to it while it's happening. Because I'm assuming a lot of you have watched this as it happened. I'm waiting for the jump scare that's going to happen when it switches over to the countdown, because that music is always like super loud. So if you see me jump, that's why. But I'm super excited for this, as I'm sure so many of you are too. We haven't had Red music in a while. I think the last one was I guess it was Fire in the Booth, which was kind of like, that was a one-off. And then he had the, what was the, like the Grindhouse type of, type of one, where he did it. Why can't I think of the name of that song, where it's like he's on the table and that's where his eye got injured. I don't know why I can't think of that song right now. That's crazy. But anyway, so excited for this one. I watched the promo reel on Instagram and didn't understand it. It's a cop getting dressed in a mirror. And I'm like, wait, is this supposed to be the cop that killed Screech? Like, I don't understand any of it. But I guess that's the point. That's typical Ren. You'll find out when you find out. He's very good at teasing this stuff before you get there, which we all very much enjoy. So I did like the sunflowers thing, which had a lot of references to Vincent van Gogh, which a lot of people have been speculating that this has to do with Vincent van Gogh. I like that he called it sunflowers. This is called Vincent's Tale Self-Portrait, as you can see from the screen right there. And Self-Portrait is one of the other very famous Vincent van Gogh paintings. And the guy that was in Sunflowers looked just like Vincent van Gogh in his self-portrait. So there's a lot of tie-ins here that are really, really cool. I'm super excited. This should be starting like any minute now, any second now. It's supposed to start at 2 p.m. Our time, which I believe is 8 p.m. or 7 p.m. His time. And he's been in the chat with everybody. Yeah, he just wrote, "Let's get it." You can see, come on, clock, you late to the party, is what he just put in all caps. You can always see
fires rage, their hungry flames
that wasn't too
consuming what little remains of the ancient forests. Far to the north, the polar bears drift on
Let's see if I can make
shrinking
this
islands
bigger.
of ice.
I can
Their
now.
silent struggle, a haunting echo of our...
All right, this is part of his setup experience, so I'm just going to let it go. Let's do it together, guys. Heard a little animal flow in there.
Coming up, I do really like Pigman. I had such a good chat with him last night on the terrace.
Pigman?
And like, he is my type on paper. Yeah. But I don't want to put all my eggs in one basket, because obviously I do want to get to know everyone. Like, it is.
As News 8's Tina Tell tells us, this may be a once-in-a-lifetime event for some people.
It's not as exciting as I thought it was going to be, you know.
Capitalism is failing us. People are doing the unthinkable. They are consuming less. The answer? Envy in a pill.
We assembled a team of scientists from all over the world.
Oh, this is all planned, man. I love all of this.
I need you more than I have the words to say. I don't know how or why, but I would die a broken girl without you. Please, go away.
10 seconds, baby.
A year on from the tragic stabbing of a 14-year-old girl by a teenage perpetrator, who was then shot by police.
That was the Jenny and Screech news clip we got before. And this was the music playing in the background at the end of the Sunflowers thing before.
And for you, my lonely heart is calling. Each night I love you more and more. Day and night I seem to dream about you. I sing for you. I sing to you. Bless your heart, I just can't live without you. So come out and meet me, honey,
What's up, Vincent?
Come on, let's have it, you miserable prick. I will do what I want, I will drink till I'm sick to my stomach. I'm sick of the same boring songs. I am sick of these pavements I find myself on. Great Britain, I hate you. I'll say that with pride. It's my right to be violent when you fed me lies. I'm a rotter, a menace when I want to be, and I'll work for that right because nothing comes free. I have slaved all my life in the dull 9 to 5. I just rinse and repeat while I'm barely alive. Great Britain, I loathe you with murderous glee. I will do to this country what you've done to me. Destroy. I want to tear apart these buildings from the cinder blocks they stand. Leave this town in dust and rubble, make some trouble with my hands. I won't lie, I'm fucking wasted, but I wasted all my youth, and I've stayed so damn complacent. Getting wasted is my truth, so my style of self-expression is a fist into the gut. It's throwing up upon these pavements. Shut your fucking mouth, you slut. Banished angel, I am Lucifer. My reign like Genghis Khan, soon you will all know my name. I am the storm after the calm. I'm the victim of the victim list, the pill that makes you sick. I am chaos incarnate. Let's fucking have it then, you prick! Now the rules of the street fight are simple. It's pretty much anything goes. Keeping the street pretty firm on your feet. It pays to be sweet on your toes. And fools they have fallen for clumsy mistakes. Late to react, cop the fist to the face. Now the rules of the street fight are simple. Break that little prick's nose. Throw a punch, you swallow it, follow it, grab the collar, quick hollow tip like karate kick, martial art master, spark a fist, park a fist on the landing, trick carnage, it finds the cartilage, karma serve like a carbonated cola on the crucifix, kill. Vincent wanna kill, who blood gets spilled, move double that rude boy, kill or be killed. Do it for the fun, blood, do it for the thrill. Blue lights, boy, run, blue lights, boy, chill.
We are going to talk about all of the film production in this when we go back, guys, because how they just shot that was really cool, and I think I know how they did it.
the law. Hide from the back and crouch on the floor. The court to torment him. Hate the wolf spits on him, breaks him, hits him, kicks him when he's down, and that shapes him. He hears the sound of a copper, hot up on his tail proper, Vincent off his rocker. Bothered by the lie that Britain sold him, what a shocker. Where greedy eat the poor, a holy war, the chosen prosper. But some are never chosen, they stay frozen in the locker. Destined to survive in 9 to 5 and watch the clock, but don't think about reality, my little happy shopper. A brand new show on Netflix to distract you from the horror. And swallow all your morals for a retweet or a follow. And shadow ban the problem man, a soul for $1. And keep the fight amongst yourself, don't think about the squalor. The systems don't impose it or the rules that we all honour. And fuck it, Vincent cooked to boiling point, he's cannon fodder. So what's the use in running, he's already in the locker. He's careless with his actions now, a clumsy motherfucker. He turned to face his fate, cause fate's a bitch and none will stop her. Richard was an officer who stood at 6'3". Was his first day back at work after a time of absent leave. Working London on the night shift, what he didn't think he'd see was our boy with a guitar, bruised and battered on his knees. But Richard lived in caution now, tormented by his past. Not so quick to find a trigger, not so fast. But Richard was a righteous man who lived inside the law. So he leapt upon poor Vincent and he cuffed him to the floor.
Bro! And now we have to wait for Richard's tale, which was the whole. Okay, so that cop was the guy. Okay, we're gonna do all of this. Okay, so the cop was the guy that was in the Instagram post from earlier, and as he just said there, he was, the officer that took out Screech. So apparently he had he had to take time off after that to deal with all the emotions of killing the 14-year-old Screech. And the Instagram video that he took, I guess, is from Richard's tale, which will come later, which was him getting ready to go to work again for the first time and his wife being like, you can do this. So that's cool inside information. You also heard him saying there, I'll play it again, but there was another line he said in there that's from another song of his that he kind of slipped in there. That I love it when he does that. Let me get back to, I don't think we need the whole setup. Let's get to the, yeah. So we saw all of this in Sunflowers. And you'll notice here he doesn't have the mic on. So I think he walks out the room. I think when he comes out the door of this pub is when he finally has the mic on. Can't you also see like a really drunk Ren? I mean, I can't imagine him ever being like this because he seems like such a nice dude, but actually going up to someone and grabbing the guitar and being like, no, I want to play right now. Like evil Ren would do that, right? Love the sea shantiness.
Come on, let's have it, you miserable prick. I will do what I want, I will drink till I'm sick to my stomach. I'm sick of the same boring songs. I am sick of these pavements I find myself on. Great Britain, I hate you, I'll say that with pride.
also notice that all of this is happening, all the context, all the way that he's singing is saying I, me, until he gets to, I think, the later part when he's dealing with the cop. But all this initial stuff right here, the way he's singing it is a self-portrait. He's singing about him as if it's himself, which is a really cool take on the whole self-portrait thing.
I'm a rotter, a menace when I want to be, and I'll work for that right because nothing comes free. I have slaved all my life in a dull 9 to 5. I just rinse and repeat while I'm barely alive. Great Britain, I loathe you with murderous glee. I will do to this country what you've done to me. Destroy.
You think that was intentional? You think he knew that was going to fall? Because it kind of looks like it kind of just happened and they're very happy that it came back up. I don't know. That would be a really cool thing to ask him, or a really good thing to find out in the BTS. That would be, because I'm so curious.
I want to tear apart these buildings from the cinder blocks they stand. Leave this town in dust and rubble. Make some trouble with my hands. I won't lie, I'm fucking wasted. But I wasted all my youth, and I've stayed so damn complacent. Getting wasted is my truth. So my style of self-expression is...
Also, listen to the chords that he's playing, the chord progression that he's playing is all minor melancholy chords, which he's very good at. We've talked about this in High Ren. We've talked about this in a lot of his other music, but this is, it makes you feel disjointed. It makes you feel like you're in the same melancholy place as Vincent. It's just such a cool, like it almost kind of feels like you think Ren's head feels when he's got all that stuff going on in it, like how kind of everything kind of crinkles in there, you know, like even music that should sound even like this kind of crinkles and drops down to the minor chord. You know what, I hope I'm making sense, because it makes sense in my head, but that doesn't really help you.
The fist into the gut is throwing up upon these papers. Shut your fucking mouth, you slut. Banished angel, I am Lucifer. My brain like Genghis Khan. Soon you will all know my name. I am the storm after the calm. I'm the victim of the victim list. The pill that makes you sick. I am chaos incarnate. Let's fucking have it then, you prick. Now the rules of the street fight are simple. It's pretty much anything goes. Keep in the street pretty firm on your feet. It pays to be sweet on your toes. And fools they have fallen for clumsy mistakes. Late to react, cop the fist to the face. Now the rules of the street fight are simple.
So a couple things here. One, I actually don't know if that's a mic, because I'm seeing a thing on the other side too. That may be a button, like the back of the button of the jacket that he's wearing. So I'm wondering if he didn't do this with mic on and everything else like he did some of the other stuff. That'd be another really cool thing to find out in the BTS. But I also love how he went to, like, he kind of stopped and said, okay, here are the rules of a street fight. That was dope. Having been in street fights before, a lot of what he's saying is true. Like, basically you just want to hurt the guy first and fast so that he backs off. But now here comes the part with the cool way they shot this, where they kind of do the swing around and everything else with the camera. And I think what they did is they put, man, it definitely has to be a Steadicam, because the way they're shooting it and how much they're moving around him. But at some point now, it is on the chest of the camera guy who's not the actor. Okay.
Break that little prick's nose.
He takes steps back.
Throw up.
And then he raises his, this is the camera guy's fist right here. Raising his fist like this to look like he's ready to fight. And now he's going to do the fight dance with Ren. And then he'll step back at some point. There's definitely a holder like behind him, guiding him to where he's going. I'd bet any amount of money on that. so that he knows exactly where to step, and he's probably tapping him when he needs to take a larger step for after Ren like hits him or stabs him with the glass, so that the actor can get into place to be on the ground. The actor that we just saw before, who was the boyfriend that's like ready to fight, so that he can be on the ground, so that when they pull the camera back with the steady cam, he's there in the foreground and we can continue to follow Ren. That's how they shot it.
Punchy, swallow it, follow it, grab the collar, quick hollow tip like karate, kick martial art master, spark a fist on the landing, trick carnage, it finds the cartilage, karma serve like a carbonated cola on the crucifix, kill. Vincent wanna kill, who blood gets spilled, move double that rude boy, kill or be killed, do it for the fun, blood, do it for the thrill, blue lights boy, run, blue lights boy, chill.
So the camera goes down, and see, he was already there like that because the camera runs away immediately. And doing the tilt like this is such a clever way to get the Steadicam back into the, you know, the, not the root, but the frame that it needs to get back into to follow him. See, and by looking up there and doing all of this, you're giving Ren enough time to get settled over here. Also, I kind of love, you notice that when they go down to the bottle later, that's the murder weapon, if that guy's dead, but that's the bottle that he just used. So he carried that with him. It seems significant that they would focus on that with the shot that's coming up right now. But the shot when they went up like this is the same shot when they did the spinning shot on the globe in Money Game 3, is to give Ren enough time to set himself so he's ready to do this. Ready for the next part, and he must have set the bottle down like that because we didn't hear it clink or anything like that, or it's another bottle dressed the same way and they just left it there. That's another possibility. So, but the look up to the light right there was to give Ren enough time, and the slowness of like them, it's the camera getting its bearings and everything else was to give Ren enough time to get set up in this spot.
So it goes.
I love his voice.
In the absence of the light, the devil's soul, a seed in anthem mind. Vincent was shaken, run from the law, hide from the bacon, crouch on the floor. The cook to omit him, hate the wolf spits on him, rapes him, hits him, kicks him when he's down, and that shapes him. He hears the sound of a copper, hot upon his tail proper, Vincent off his rocker. Bothered by the lie that Britain sold him, what a shocker. Where greedy eat the poor, a holy war, the chosen prosper. But some are never chosen, they stay frozen in the locker. Destined to survive in 9 to 5 and watch the clock, but don't think about reality, my little happy shopper. A brand new show on Netflix to distract you from the horror, and swallow all your morals for a retweet or a follow.
So two things there. One, he just said swallow all your morals, which is part of Money Game 2. Swallow all your morals like a poor man's quality. Wait, no. Swallow all your morals. Swallow all your morals. They're a poor man's quality. That's part of him doing the top 10 when he does the, what's it called? This is economics in a nursery rhyme. That happens in that part right there. If you've heard Money Game 2, if you haven't, you should listen to it, because that nursery rhyme thing is one of the best things he's ever written. And then there was something else. Oh, and then I love how, if you think about it, all the stuff he just started talking about there, like, the shopper and trying to just get through a 9 to 5 and everything else, is kind of what the Sunflowers video was all about. A guy just trying to get through the 9 to 5, get through the day to day. And, for him, he's shopping booze. That's why, he's handing the credit card and everything else. So this all revolves around that theme, which Ren is very good at doing. He always brings it back to that. That's how I would interpret that.
And shadow ban the problem, man, a soul sold for $1. And keep the fight amongst yourself, don't think about the squalor. The systems don't impose it, or the rules that we all honor. And fuck it, Vincent cooked to boiling point, he's cannon fodder. So what's the use in running? He's already in the locker. He's careless with his actions now, a clumsy motherfucker. He turned to face his fate, 'cause fate's a bitch and none will stop her. Richard was an officer who stood at 6'3". Was his first day back at work after a time of absent leave. Working London on the night shift, what he didn't think he'd see was a boy with a guitar, bruised and battered on his knees. But Richard lived in caution now, tormented by his past. Not so quick to find the trigger, not so fast. But Richard was a righteous man who lived inside the law. So he leapt upon poor Vincent and he cuffed him to the floor.
How they're getting these rotating shots in that very little room without you seeing anything that's behind them is beyond impressive. It's definitely done with a Steadicam, and which Steadicams you can do on a stick now, but if you want to do them at a professional level, it's a whole rig that the cameraman has to wear. Like they wear it on their body, and the camera sits on an arm, like right here, like a suspended arm that has counterweights and everything that makes everything really smooth. If you want to shoot at anything over like a normal rate, like if you want to shoot on a red, you have to pay for a specialist to do that, and they come with an assistant camera guy. Now Sam may be up on that stuff, so he's able to do it. He may have really studied it, but I don't think this is shot on red, so I think they're okay. My point is how they're doing this, because this is a very tight space. Both of these alleyways are very tight spaces. I'm really interested to see or to hear. I hope they do a BTS, because I'm really interested to hear how they did this and how they cut this tight thing, because Ren's never like really moving the guitar out of the way or moving himself out of the way. He's just doing his thing, especially in that fight alley. That was a tight alley. Yeah, guys, I don't know about you. I am super stoked to see where this tale goes. I love Ren's storytelling. We didn't even get to talk too much about his singing in this one. I did talk about like the way he plays the minor keys. I talked about his lyricism a little bit. But his singing, I love the sound of his voice, the way he strains it when he needs to, but the way it can sound so beautiful at other times. Just everything about him. He amazes me every time. This was a lot of fun. I love new Ren music days. This also seems to be a sign of much more stuff to come from him, as he promised, but got held up from, being sick for that time. So I'm just excited all around, as I'm sure all of you are. I think I forgot to say at the beginning that I chapter all my videos, but if you don't know that by now, I don't know how to help you. This video will be chaptered as well. So if you want to go back and move around or check anything out, feel free. As you know, I haven't been able to post as much because YouTube keeps suppressing my stuff. The last 2 chinchilla videos I did, one is up for appeal already because they denied the dispute. So again, I can't risk getting another strike or I lose the channel. So they say the best thing to do to help that is interaction from you guys. So if you could like, comment, subscribe, if you feel like it, I really appreciate it. But more than anything else, I will leave a link to this actual video in my description, and sharing is the most important part. You don't have to share my video if you want to. That's great. But please share Ren's music. That is the priority number 1. I don't say that just to appease Ren. You know, Ren loves reactors anyway. And when I say it about Chinchilla, she loves reactors too. It's not to appease them or they're like business people. It's because that's the only way we're going to get more music from them and support them, is if we put their music out there. So I strongly encourage everybody to do that. I will try to react in real time to Chinchilla's song tonight, and then turn that for tomorrow so you guys can end your week on a good note, like I said before. And if you're having a rough week, you know the deal. You can turn it around, and you don't need anybody else to turn it around. That's the most important part. You can do it. Just like I try to boost myself up, let me boost you up. Don't wait for life to be easy to be happy.